That crossing was rough. Let's just live here now.
I agree.
Welcome to Sailing Magic Carpet. In this episode, we stay put. Really, we don't move our anchor once. The place we anchored in Menorca after coming in from our crossing turns out to be a true gem, so we haven't left. And to tell the truth, that's just as much a part of cruising as doing crossings or raising the sails. When you find a place that's beautiful, you should stay and get to know it. Here's a quick summary of why we like this place. 1. It's gorgeous. I'm sure you'll agree by the end of this video. 2. It's got more abandoned stuff. If you've been watching Magic Carpet for a few episodes already, you probably know we like abandoned stuff. 3. It has an amazing community of cruisers. This was such a refreshing change after Sardinia, where most of the boats are wealthy charter boats. We found a little group of sailors from all over the world, and I found a truly incredible musician to play with. You'll see more about that later. When we arrived from the crossing at 9 a.m., seasick and exhausted, we slept for 5 hours. The weather was gray and kind of cold compared to what we were used to. When we finally woke up in the late afternoon, we decided to inflate the dinghy and go explore. The inlet of Mahon is huge. It cuts deep into the island and is filled with little channels, harbors, islands, and houses. It has steep cliffs and exactly the kind of vegetation I always imagined when I think of Spain. Even though the weather is gray, I instantly loved it here. Further down the channel, we came across an island. It was small, but it looked like it had some ruins on it. Well, you know about us and ruins. We had to go have a look. This is what we found on the island. The gray sky and the sound of birds screeching overhead gave the place an ominous feeling. I was already feeling creeped out, and then we walked closer to peer through some of the windows. That's when I got really scared. It looked like old hospital equipment in the rooms. Have you ever seen the movie Shutter Island? If you have, then you'll know exactly what was going through my mind. But all around there were also signs of modern life. There was a yellow caterpillar machine that looked brand new, and it seemed like somebody was working to renovate the old buildings. There was glass in the windows, and the doors were even locked. Somehow that just made it even creepier. I kept looking around, but there was truly no one there, or if there was, we didn't see them. Then we found this sign, and I breathed a huge sigh of relief. This used to be a British naval hospital, built in the 1770s. The U.S. Navy also used the hospital in the 1880s to store medical supplies and equipment. I'm not exactly sure what the plans are for it now, but it seems like it's been turned into a kind of museum. It was great to see glossy modern signs explaining the surroundings. I had been getting quite creeped out. When we explored a bit further, we even found tended gardens and murals on the wall. As dark began to set in, we headed back to Magic Carpet. The next day we did a bit more exploring. There's an old fortress right at the harbor entrance, so we went to have a look. Am I supposed to say something?
Yes.
Here I am in another abandoned building. Surprise, surprise! On Magic Carpet we like abandoned buildings. A, they usually don't make you to pay to go into them. B, they're kind of cool. So this is some other military thing, I guess. Nice view. Can this very articulate interview be over now? That evening, something amazing happened. Aladino recognized a catamaran in the anchorage as being of the exact same design as a catamaran he helped to build for 6 months. There are only 2 or 3 of these catamarans in the world, so it was quite a wild coincidence. Of course, we went over to say hi. We got to talking, and I found out that Gio, the catamaran's owner, is from Canada but works as a musician in Mexico. We arranged to have a bit of a jam session and a party on their boat, so I brought my fiddle, and magic happened. I've been playing violin for 18 years. I've played with a lot of people. Mostly, when I find someone to play with, I tell them to just play what they normally play and I'll improvise something over top. That's a fun thing to do. But what happened here was co-creation, and that's a very rare thing to experience. I've only experienced it with a few other musicians. We both listened to each other. There was never one of us leading and the other following. We moved the music forward together, and somehow we synchronized perfectly.
Oh, I know that song.
Gio's skills are insane. His rhythm, style, and ability to improvise and create on the spot are incredible. We played for hours, and everyone from the Anchorage came over to listen. This is a memory I will hold forever. My heart is full of music and of the magic of the sailing community. I love Menorca. I love this bay. I love these people. I love boats. I love music. I love making these videos. I love writing these scripts, and I'm grinning from ear to ear as I say this. Life is so good right now. And on that note, we'll see you in the next episode. A quick but very important note to end the video, just to explain my surroundings for a moment. Right now, in real time, we are back in Switzerland where we're going to be working for the next few months to earn a bit more money to keep sailing. But don't worry, there's going to be videos still being posted from the summer. I've got lots of those coming up. But I wanted to take a moment to thank all of our Patreons. We continue to just be blown away by the response we've received both on YouTube and Patreon. We are so grateful for every single one of you. We love reading your messages that you send to us and connecting with you personally, and hopefully seeing some of you in different places around the world. We've already got amazing invitations to so many different places in the world that we're definitely going to take you guys up on. So we're excited to meet you. That said, I would also like to personally thank some of our most generous and just astounding Patreons for the huge support which they give us. We really, really appreciate that. So an extra huge thank you to Scott Grometer, Pat Mornan, Lloyd Falbaum, and especially James F. Gardner. Thank you guys, your contributions are really, really, really appreciated. We'll see you in the next episode.